Hino Trucks owns a pretty good share of the medium-duty truck market, with thousands of its popular cab-over and conventional trucks roaming the streets of every city in North America. The XL Series trucks expand Hino's reach into the Class 7 and the lighter end of the Class 8 market. The XL Series was introduced in 2018, and I finally got to drive one a year and a half later in Mineral Wells, West Virginia, where Hino had just opened a new million-square-foot manufacturing facility. Hino offers the XL8 in a 4x2 or 6x4 in a tractor or straight truck configuration. With its 40,000-pound tandem drive axles and a 14,600-pound steer axle, this straight truck had a gross weight rating of 54,600 pounds. Hino says this configuration will see service in the construction and utility sectors, as well as the beverage and food service businesses. It's designed mostly for urban and regional service. Hino believes the XL will allow expansion into markets where existing customers would have had to look elsewhere for trucks with higher payloads. New to Hino in North America and unique to the XL Series is the A09 engine. It's a turbocharged 8.9-liter six-cylinder diesel making between 300 and 360 horsepower and between 900 and 1,150 pound-feet of torque. It's been in production since 2007, and more than 50,000 A09 engines have already logged about 15 billion real-world miles in other markets around the world. The engine features common rail fuel injection, a variable geometry turbocharger, and the Jacobs engine brake. According to Hino, the A09 has a B10 life rating of 1 million miles. Let's go for a little walk around to see what the XL8's made of.
So let's flip the hood up and have a look underneath there and see how easy it's going to be for the drivers to do their trip inspections. It's a pretty light hood, doesn't take much effort to pull it open, which would be good. Drivers will be happy about that. All right, so we're starting with the driver's side inspection over here on the left-hand side of the cab. In order to reach into the oil dipstick, it's buried down here, sort of a little bit tight, but not impossible to get to. Driver wearing a pair of big, thick gloves may have some difficulty getting his hands in there, or her hands, around some of those little bits of plumbing, but not too bad. Up here, a little bit more towards the cab, we've got the automatic transmission fluid dipstick. That's pretty easy to check, no problem there. And we've got pretty good sight lines to the coolant overflow tank up on top. Back here, the power steering reservoir. Again, easy to sight, min max right there. No problem seeing that. And making our way around here to the right hand side, not much over here for the driver to actually check or inspect, but the windshield washer reservoir is up here against the cab. A little high up, but not bad. It's a pretty good sized reservoir. Air cleaner here, easy to take off, 4 little thumb screws, 3 thumb screws to get that off. Everything else is packaged pretty tight up front up here. So from a mechanics, technician's point of view, might not be the easiest truck to work on, but things are all tucked away pretty neatly. I don't see too much dangling down in harm's way as we're going down the road. One of the things drivers are really going to like about this truck is the door opening. It's a full 80 degrees, so a pretty large driver would have no trouble at all getting in and out of this cab. And you'll notice there's a great grab handle here on the back of the cab, and there's another really nice grab handle up here on the A-pillar right beside the dashboard. They're really well placed to help the driver climb in and out of the cab while maintaining good 3-point contact. And these steps are tremendous. You'll see in a minute when I climb out of the truck, this top step here is just like a platform that you step down onto out of the cab. It's a really nice setup. So there are several options for the bumper that you can get from Hino depending on the application. This particular one here is a sort of dressier one. It's got the chrome insert in the middle, but it's still a 3-piece bumper. So if you're working in the city, which this truck is going to do a lot of, this part of the bumper is going to take a bit of a beating. So it's fairly easy to replace. That comes off. The wing on the left side comes off, of course, and the center section remains intact most of the time. Up front here, we've got the 14,600 pound axle, the Dana, with Bridgestone tires on it. Good, robust front end. Obviously, because it's a tandem Class 8, she's going to be hauling some weight, and a lot of that's going to be forward, so nice heavy-duty suspension on this one. You got the access to the reefer unit for the technicians if they have to get up there and have a look. That's mounted right above the cab. Interestingly, the controls for the reefer are all inside the cab. So the driver can adjust the temperature and the set points and do little diagnostics on the screen that's in the cab. Don't have to get out and look on the side of the box to deal with that.
Well, there you have a quick look around some of the features of the XL8. It's not fancy, but it comes across as a solid and sturdy work truck that was designed with the driver in mind. In the other video in this series, I'll climb up into that big tall cab and take her for a spin. In Mineral Wells, West Virginia with Hino's new XL8, I'm equipment editor Jim Park.